Welcome to the Hasn't Been 3 Days podcast with your host, Justin and BJ. We talk about 3-day-old news, sports, and whatever else we want to talk about. You, the MVP listener, you listen in, you laugh, you cry. Maybe you don't have any emotions, but if you
Welded,
just,
you're
your,
welded shut.
your tear ducts are welded shut. And if you like our takes, let us know. If you hate our takes, just wait until it's been 3 days. So, Justin, we're back. What's up, dude?
We are welcome to week 61.
Dang.
Dang, we're halfway. We're more than halfway to 100,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But we're here.
So
We're having fun.
it was funny. We were sitting around this weekend, speaking of how many episodes are there, and I had mentioned the Spotify numbers that we talked about last week. We were sitting there, and Cooper's sitting down, and we were talking about it. And he's on the couch, and he's looking at his Spotify, and he's like, "Yeah, my Spotify age is like 42 years old." He's like, "I don't understand it." I said, "Well, all you listen to is Eminem. That's why." I said, "The same people that listen to Eminem are my age, because that."
Yeah,
But then he
good
goes,
stories.
he goes, "Is your podcast on Spotify?" And I said, "Yeah, go check it out." And he pulls it up. This first thing he does when he pulls it up, he's like, "Wow, you've done that many episodes?"
You're like, yeah. That's
Yep.
what we've been doing. I think I saw Josh from Vivid Sign Co. Where you
If you
get your
for all your holiday
holiday or
parade
banners that you
sign
need.
and banners needs, ho ho
you need
ho,
you
Merry
need your
Christmas,
you need
Feliz
your you
Navidad.
need your car wrap for the holidays. Contact Josh. I think he shared his Spotify age and it was like 19 or something like that. So I don't know what he's listening to. I don't know if that was a joke or what he was going on, or maybe I don't know. I laughed when I saw that. I thought that was funny because he's my age, so I don't know what he's listening to. He must be trendy, not like me.
No, he's got to find something to listen to since he can't really watch his Raiders anymore. So
So, well, how was your last week? Anything exciting happen? Did you do any holiday shopping?
no, we're not doing a whole lot of shopping this holiday season, but we are we're doing a little secret Santa with the kids and doing something with that. But no, my kids went on their Christmas vacation cruise with their mom, and so they're in the ocean right now.
On the boat.
On the boat in the
Yes.
ocean. Yeah,
Just clarified.
yeah, yeah. So
You
they're
said X and you said ocean, so I just want to clarify that they're still on
no, I actually said their mom. So
real.
but
You
yeah,
fair stories.
yeah. So yeah, they're there, and so I haven't seen them for a little bit, but it was a good weekend. Besides, I've been under the weather, so it's still kicking me a little bit, and but yeah, we here's a cool story. I don't know, we have time for this.
Oh yeah.
So Sunday we went to a my wife Heidi, her parents invited us to go with them to a Christmas cantata at this church, community church. And I thought it was their church, or they were partnering with their church, and it wasn't. But we just went. We went to. It was cool. We all like that kind of stuff, and we were went to this thing, and it's a small little country church, and we got done. They have this little cookie after thing. We're standing around having cookies, and the one of the pastors comes over and starts talking to us, and just small world. I had my Nazarene Bible College jacket on, and he commented on it, and so then we got to talking, and it just kind of morphed from there. I mean, about an hour later, we were finally trying to get able to leave. So it's just amazing the small world that you have and that you see people from. Well, then he reached out to me because he found my email on my business website, and so that was cool from the weekend. Got to hang out with the wife's parents, and we always love being with them, and so that was cool. And and met a new person. So that was fun too.
Was this a single person or are they married?
He's a retired pastor,
Okay.
married, yeah. But yeah, he was just we were sharing our story a little bit, not very much at all. He reached out and was like, "Hey, I think we should go get coffee sometime." I'm like, "Oh, oh, okay."
Well, that's cool. Yeah, Nazarenes are all over the place. They will
Yeah,
find
and
you.
this wasn't even Nazarene affiliated, so that was what's crazy. But yeah, so how about you? How was your week?
It was good. It was busy. A lot of sports things, just kind of hanging out. Did some holiday shopping. It got really cold here on Saturday. It got really cold and snowed a little bit. And kids and I went shopping for Becky. Kids hadn't we hadn't finished up our shopping yet for Becky, and even me picking out things. I'll wait until after my birthday to shop for anybody. So, uh,
Which, for those that don't know, is December 22nd. So
yes, so yeah. Usually the stores stay open late for me.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I haven't started either. So
yeah. So yeah, we did that, and we watched. It was a good Husker football or basketball and volleyball weekend, except for Sunday's match for volleyball was one for the ages, but kind of disappointing. But
yeah,
basketball, both men's and women's are still undefeated, and Nebraska had a um,
their
three
highest
pointer to beat a top 15 ranked team on the road.
and now their highest ranking since 1991.
Yeah,
Did I
number
see that right?
15. Number 15, yeah. They played two cupcakes until the rest of the this is that year where they're kind of you have like one game between you have two games between here and the first of the year, so depending on how things go, I mean, they could stay about the same or heck, depends on what happens in front of them. You could have a top 10 Nebraska basketball team, which would be kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Um, but volleyball kind of met their match. They played really well on Friday night and swept Kansas, and then they went up against a really good Texas A&M team that played. They played out like they had no fear.
yeah, yeah. It was good volleyball. It was fun to
Oh
watch, and
yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
it was it was pretty cool to. I saw a headline that because the Louisville team was there in Lincoln at the regional, and
Oh
they got
yeah.
they got beat, so they weren't going to end up playing. But when they the coach asked them to dinner, and she goes, "Where do you guys want to go?" And they said, "We want to go to Runza." So they closed down a Runza. It sounds
Yeah,
like.
the head coach for Louisville was an assistant at Nebraska for with Danny at the time, and so when he came back, yeah, him and his staff went out with Danny and the Nebraska staff, and where do you
I
want to
mean,
go eat?
I don't
Runza.
blame, I don't argue with that one bit. I'd be doing the same thing.
The runs on West O, kind of maybe a little iffy, but it's all
So
good.
when you don't have it, it doesn't matter where it's at. I'll go eat Runza in Loveland, Colorado.
Well, that's true. Is that still there?
Well, it was last time I was there.
I got you. Oh, speaking of Nebraska chains going outside the Nebraska area, my brother told me that Valentino's is going to Kansas City,
Oh wow,
Overland Park.
that's interesting.
Doesn't taste as good as inside the stadium, but
Well, or the one on South 70th Street when
that
you go
doesn't
to the.
exist anymore.
I know, but the
The
Lunch
buffet,
Express.
or the lunch,
Yeah,
yeah,
the Lunch Express. You could just run in there and
pop
grab a
in.
slice. Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, so a lot of sports, a lot of good good match. That volleyball match, I mean, that fourth set went what 37-35 or something like that. It was unbelievable. I mean, they came out with viewer ratings at like 1.2 million people watched that match on a Sunday afternoon,
yeah,
which going up against the NFL,
that's pretty good.
that's especially the day games, right? I mean, that's kind of at the end of
Well,
the
and it was on network TV, so
yeah,
that's
that
big
helps.
too.
But
Yeah,
yeah, Texas A&M, Nebraska, they fought. The better team won that day. Um, there's a lot of things they had. Nebraska had a backup. We'll say their backup center the week of setter. Well, their main setter was sick. It wasn't reported until afterwards when people were getting upset that Nebraska didn't go to the press conference afterwards, that they weren't letting people inside the locker room. That's because the doctors were in there because there was multiple people that were sick, like from the flu, and so which they finally came out and came to the press conference, but multiple people had the flu. Their backup setter broke their pinky. They just did. They had one of those weeks where the backup
Right.
setter broke their pinky, so she couldn't play. And then one of the outside hitters, who usually comes in to kind of give a spark to the team, 5 minutes in the warm-ups before that A&M game, tripped on a ball
Mm,
and hurt herself. So Danny, and it wasn't an excuse. It was just like, my normal rotation of people, of the sparks and stuff. But A&M, they kept on showing clips of that coach saying, "I respect Nebraska, but we don't fear them," and they played like their coach. That wasn't fearing Nebraska at all. So,
yeah.
but their
Well,
little blocks were just crazy. That it
but I
was.
mean, Texas A&M is a top tier team. They're not. They're not. You're not a 3 seed in the tournament without being a good team, and so it wasn't
Yeah.
like they got beat by some Cinderella that they shouldn't have lost to.
No, and they had
But
9 seniors, so that helps. The senior,
yeah,
it's like Nebraska basketball. It's upperclassmen, so you expect teams like that to showcase.
yep, for sure.
So
Well,
I guess we have to be an A&M fans.
no,
Oh, okay. I mean,
I
that's
don't.
kind of my theory. Is like if you get beat by a team, you want that team to win.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I don't. I don't subscribe to that same.
I mean, our options are Kentucky, Pitt, Wisconsin, or A&M. So
Yeah, I'd probably just because I know some people down there probably pull for Kentucky, but yeah,
yeah, Nebraska. That was the other team that kind of pushed Nebraska this year. The only other team that really pushed Nebraska this year
yeah.
was
Well,
Kentucky. So
that leads us to a conversation we had a couple weeks ago. We didn't get really into it, but you asked the question: Do teams need to lose before that gets to the playoffs or gets to the end?
well,
And
after you lose and you end up 33-1, you're like, we didn't even make it to the finals. But I think I'd rather lose in the finals. I don't
yeah,
know. No,
if
no,
if
I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
lose,
If you're gonna lose, I'd actually rather lose in the final four. Before you get to the final game.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I would be the. I hear what you're saying. I would disagree with you from a player standpoint. I think I think you're right. 33-1 and not get to the title. That kind of stinks. I think about the undefeated Patriots losing in the Super Bowl. They'd probably say they could have lost earlier. But then you also have like the 73-9 Warriors that didn't win the title. The greatest record of the NBA.
Yeah.
There you go, Nate. So yeah, I don't know. I watched the Broncos, win a tough game, another good team, and to take over the number one spot by themselves in the AFC. But as we get down to these last 3 games as a Bronco fan, I hear what you're saying. As a fan, I guess so, because then you can regroup and try to make a run at it, and make an adjustment and do better for the playoffs. But I just don't think I don't play anything to lose.
Yeah, I mean it's fair. No, I mean I agree with you. Like the ultimate goal, no matter what, like I say for like as a Nebraska fan for football, is no matter what they are, I always think they're going to win every year. I think that's the mentality you should have. I think that's how players should think, and then you just let the cards fall the way they do. So
Yeah, and they did. Kudos to the Nebraska volleyball players, 33-1. Good season. Good season.
well, good deal, good deal. Well, Holiday season's upon us. It's
It
always that.
is.
It's always the fun discussion about.
Yes. Speaking of tournaments,
Oh yeah, tournaments.
what are your top? I think this is harder. I think the Mount Rushmore debate is harder than the top five debate. And I
Okay.
know it's only one person thing off, but I think that the Mount Rushmore conversation is harder to have than your top five. So, what is your Mount Rushmore of holiday Christmas movie?
Mount Rushmore of holiday Christmas movie.
And I'm not saying like these are the best of all time. I'm saying what is Justin's Mount Rushmore of Christmas movie?
Oh well, Christmas Vacation's right up there. I'll watch that all the time. It
That
doesn't matter.
see,
Like,
and I think that's before you go on. I want to let you finish, but before you go on, that's one of the caveats. Like if you're scrolling channels and you see it on, you're
yeah.
stopping.
Oh, 100%.
Okay,
Christmas Vacation's that way. Um, I would say probably Home Alone.
okay.
It's there. I just think that there's some funny just quotes and stuff that happened in the movie Elf. Like I literally will watch it to see if I've missed the spots that are funny. Like when the Norwal comes up, it's like, "All right, buddy, I hope you find your dad."
Hi,
Just
buddy.
goodbye, buddy.
Hope
He's
you
just
find
like
your dad.
it's. So I say that all the time, like to the kids. Like when we're talking, I'll use that voice, and so like I'll watch that. I don't. Other ones who.
So you got three there. You just need one more.
Yeah, trying to think of what else I would stop for. It's kind of an odd one because it's not on TV a lot, but Vince Vaughn and um, it's called Four Christmases.
Oh
Have,
yeah,
have you seen that?
yeah. It's been a
the
while.
The amount of people that are in there that like have become stars. What's the girl's name? What's the
Jennifer Aniston.
No, it's I don't remember her name now. I'll think of it. But like, um, man, Reese Witherspoon's in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's got so many people in it. Robert Duvall's in there. John Lefavo, whatever. He's the guy that does the voice for the Norwal, by the way, in Elf. He's the one that wrote the Elf. But just like it's just that's a funny side story. But that movie just has so many funny things that happen because of all the different types of families, which I think is funny because if you think about the holidays, that's kind of what families are like sometimes. They're just
Yeah.
extremes, and so that movie's pretty funny. Yeah, so I would say I'm more of a comedy one. One write and vote. There's a fun movie to watch only because I remember Christmas when we got our Nintendo. There's this movie called 8-Bit.
Mm.
Have you seen that?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, it's on I think you can see it on HBO Max. Um it's called 8-Bit. It's about a kid. The kid's trying to acquire a Nintendo. And it's a cool story. Nostalgia kind of things are
Yeah,
fun with
yeah.
that. So, what about you?
So yeah, my Mount Rushmore number one is the Santa Claus. Tim Allen.
Yeah, that's we watched that the other day.
Yeah, we watched it last night. It's yeah, the Santa Claus is number one for me. Home Alone is there. Um, Elf is there. Um, and those are more like our generation and newer, obviously. But um, my fourth one, and I hate to. Your daughter said a good one that I like too, but I hate to put sequels in things because I hate sequels. I think
Yeah,
sequels are stupid, but I'm just a I'm a fan of the Santa Claus series, and so Santa Claus 2
two.
was really good as he has to get married and find
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus, and I thought that one was good. Santa Claus 3, no, you can skip that one. It's not there, but I would probably put Santa Claus 2 on my Mount Rushmore. So I got a sequel on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, so you don't
Or
have? Oh, go ahead.
here, this could segue into our discussion here.
Okay,
Movies that are around Christmas time, but are they Christmas movies?
like
Like Die Hard
Die Hard,
or your
Gremlins,
Gremlins, or
or
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's a Christmas segment in Mighty Duck.
I don't. There could be.
I could be wrong, but that just came to me off the top there.
Yeah.
But maybe
Nightmare
not.
Before Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Is
Yeah,
it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
I don't think I've ever seen it,
Yeah,
and I
I
didn't
gotcha.
tell Brenton that when he asked that earlier, but I don't think I've ever seen it, and I don't honestly I don't think I ever want to see
It's a
it.
it's a niche kind of thing. I think if you like Tim Burton, then you would watch it, and the music's good out of it.
I'm just not a big skeleton fan.
Yeah, makes sense.
I
I mean,
just don't.
you you have one, but okay,
I don't like
makes.
skeletons, and I don't like zombies, and I just don't want to mess with that kind of
What
stuff.
about Batman Returns? That's technically
A Christmas movie?
set in Christmas.
Okay.
Iron Man 3
No,
happens
sequel.
on Christmas Eve.
Sequel. Yeah. No.
So, um, yeah, I can't think of. Um,
Well, then technically, isn't like the movie Jumanji? Wasn't that gift given as a Christmas present?
well, yeah, but I think some of the storylines. I think what typically happens is like what makes a Christmas movie like a classic, like the themes.
Yeah.
Does it emphasize? Is it emphasize like a traditional holiday or family or reconciling, redemption, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff?
I do
Is it?
like I do like your choice of National Lampoons. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a
there's so many quotable parts in that
yeah,
movie,
yeah. There's so many good parts, and I just yeah.
and
They want you to say grace.
oh, she passed
She
away.
passed away. The blessing. The blessing.
His rant when he goes on when he talks about getting his boss come over. Oh
Oh
my
man.
gosh, I've read like the behind the scenes of that
Yeah.
before and how they
Well,
pulled that off.
then
They
Peggy
actually had.
Letty.
Do you know how they pulled that off? Right, that rant that he has about getting
No.
his they all the people that were in front of him in front of Chevy Chase, they all had like placards on their chest that had like the lines of what he should say in a row,
Oh,
like to kind of help him keep on track. His yeah, like kind of like little cue cards.
yeah.
I mean, if you think about that, he is not. It's like all one breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so. I should have downloaded that audio and we could have played it tonight.
There you go. But for next week, Christmas
Next,
show.
yeah, maybe we'll get some of our favorite clips and we can clip them out.
Um, yeah, that's a good quotable movie for sure. Elf has some good ones in it
Elf
as
has.
well. But yeah, those are some classics. I love this time of year for that reason. There's probably once or twice a week I'll say something after dinner like, "Let's watch a Christmas movie," and just pull something up. We've started Home Alone this year 3 times and haven't finished it yet. Um, so that one's kind of fading on us this year for some reason.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I think just but what about any of the old classics? Do you guys ever sit down and watch like the time, like It's a Wonderful Life or Miracle on 34th Street, White Christmas, anything like that?
So we were just talking about this weekend too, and Heidi mentioned Miracle on 34th Street. But one of the ones that we both will not watch is A Christmas Story. We just don't like that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
I
don't
mean,
understand why it gets played 24-hour loop on TBS every year or whatever.
every year.
I don't get that.
I don't understand it either. Oh, the other one that I kind of like too is the newer Grinch,
Yeah, yeah,
animated, the animated one,
yeah. With Cumberbatch,
Cumberbatch. Yep,
that's
and it's
Heidi's favorite. Yep.
yeah. I get drawn into it because it's the same people who do like Minions, and Despicable Me, but the music in it is really good.
Yeah.
Like, um, Pharrell Williams is the one that does the music to that. Yeah, so that
Good.
I like that one. I
That
mean,
is a good one. That's a really good one. Yep.
we watched that the other night too. We watched the Santa Claus like you did one night. Becky's like, let's watch a Christmas movie, and then we got done with it about 10:30, and we're like, well, we have to watch number two, and so we watched number two, and we didn't have anything going on. But I don't know. Yeah, there's a whole list of. There's ones that I went on to like Netflix and just kind of watched or like kind of scrolled through their holiday classics. Or there's um there's one on we've watched in the past called Noel. You've ever seen that one on Netflix? That's pretty decent. It has Anna Kendrick, or what's her name?
Did
Or
you
Pitch
ever see
Perfect.
the animated one, the kid, the star?
That actually is a tradition of ours. We take that and usually the Grinch. We have it on DVD and Blu-ray, but we have it on DVD and we have a DVD player in our car. That when we go look at Christmas lights, those are the two movies we take with us to watch in the car. Because usually we'll drive up to Omaha to go look at a Christmas display and do a drive. We've been going to Omaha for a number of years to go through this drive-through Christmas display before they became really popular, kind of all over now. Um, yeah, we'll put that on. Do we go? We usually go look at Christmas lights. We don't usually go on my birthday, so we usually go the next night because we try not. Don't go on Christmas Eve or anything, but we watch the Star and we take the Star and the Grinch and have that up playing while we're going out and looking at Christmas lights. So
That's cool.
yeah, so that's kind of our thing. But yeah, that's a good movie too. There's
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
is.
good ones.
It is. Yeah. Well, introduce our next segment here. Your son brought up a point. This is totally raw transition, but let's talk about the Mississippi River.
The Mississippi River. This is complete segue. It freezes like things do around Christmas time. There's our segue. Um, but Brenton sent me this video, and he asked me if I thought that um, anything east of the Mississippi was technically an island. It didn't really. I mean, yes, because that's the only way you could. It does connect to the Atlantic Ocean because I remember that when I was in Chicago at the Science and History Museum, they talked about how they got one of the battleships or the ships to Chicago as they took it up and around through the Great Lakes. So it's all connected. So technically, might be an island.
Could be. I mean, there's a water passageway around the eastern side of the United States.
Yes,
So that brings up another point. So I will, for argument's sake, I will side with Brenton. Sure.
I think I'm gonna go with him too.
And then that means that when I lived in Illinois, I lived on an island, which in more ways than one. Um, sorry, I had to throw that in there.
I mean,
But here's
not
the thing:
not really.
We lived east of the Mississippi. Where we lived, we were between the Mississippi River and the Illinois River. Our town was right between the two. And when we first moved there, people said, because people say, "Where are you from?" I usually just say, kind of the Midwest, kind of all over the Midwest. And when we moved to Illinois, they're like, "Well, we're in the Midwest." I'm like, "No, you're not." Yeah, this is still the Midwest in Illinois. I said, we literally live east of the Mississippi River. So technically, if we're middle of anything, we're the Middle East. And so I was like, we live in the Middle East in Illinois. And they're like, you can't say that. I'm like, why not? That's where we live. We live in the Middle East. If you want to classify the middle of something or middle directional, then it's not Midwest because you're not West. You're East. You're the eastern third of the United States. You can't be the Midwest. So when I lived in Illinois, that's the hill I'm dying on. I lived in the Middle East
Okay, that's fair.
on an island in the Middle East.
On an island. I mean, it makes sense. Never really thought about it until you brought it up. I mean, I've known that they've connected because I remember when we, like I said, when we went to Chicago, went to that science and history museum. They talked about how they got that battleship or the submarine there, or whatever it was. Um,
Now, yeah, that's true. The Mississippi River is a fascinating body of water as well. And I've seen the Mississippi River at the northern part of the river, and then I've seen it at the delta down in the Gulf of Mexico, and in between. The Mississippi River, they call it the mighty Mississippi. It is definitely that. That river is something else, and it is different to me at the different places I've seen it. I've seen it up north. I've seen it in Illinois. I've seen it, in the Midwest,
yeah, in
and
the
then I've seen it
Midwest, the
seen it
Middle
in the
East.
in the
You've seen
Middle
it in the
East.
Middle
Yeah,
East.
and then I've seen it in the South as well. And it's amazing. We took a cruise out of New Orleans once, and you got to go through the delta of the Mississippi to get out into the Gulf of Mexico. And to go, and then the really cool thing is coming back through the delta at night when you're coming back to port, when you're getting off the boat, and to see all the oil rigs and just the different things that are out there. I mean, the Mississippi River is a fascinating piece of water, in my opinion. Lots of good memories out by the Mississippi,
Mighty Mississippi.
the mighty Mississippi. Which we talked about. We talked about um, Tom Sawyer. Is that who we talked about? No,
I mean, we haven't talked about him yet. We could.
from last week. From Hannibal, Missouri. You said
Animal,
he's from
animal.
Florida,
Yes,
Missouri. Um,
yes.
there is a Florida, Missouri. There is a Mexico, Missouri. There is a Louisiana, Missouri. Um, I really
There's a
believe this.
Louisiana, Illinois too, isn't there?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought there was one nearby you. Maybe I'm thinking
It
Missouri.
was nearby, but it was on the other side. It was in
Missouri,
Missouri.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
But Missouri, we lived in Missouri. We lived in Iberia, Missouri, which there's Iberia and Siberia and all sorts of things. But
All the birrias.
all the Berias. Missouri has a lot of towns named after other state or cities, and it's like the people that named towns in Missouri just couldn't be original.
They
They
just kind of
they're
gave
the
up.
people that are responsible for the sequels of movies. I guarantee it. It's the same people that's like, oh, we got another Miami. Oh, Miami? No, stop.
It's in Oklahoma. It's Miami.
Miami. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, we have family that lives there. Well, yeah, the good old. There's a. If anybody needs um a little suggestion to travel to get away, if you live in the Midwest or the Middle East,
The Middle East.
go up to Little Falls, Minnesota. Uh, we found a cool Airbnb that's in this 2-story house with a little hot tub and stuff that's literally right on the banks. The backyard is the Mississippi River. It was pretty cool to see this right through this town. Um,
Wow.
and little it was me and Becky and friends of ours went up there. They were our traveling mates. We went to Chicago with them, but then COVID hit, and then we wanted to go somewhere, but we didn't want to fly, so we loaded up the car and drove up to Minnesota and stayed up in Little Falls and enjoyed kind of a secluded area. Found some cool things to do, and some cool people. We ran into an 85-year-old who invited us to go to his favorite bar. He just told us, hey, we golfed with him. This is a fun story. So me and my friend Dusty went golfing, or we went to Little Falls. The ladies went shopping, and we went and played this golf course. And went golfing. Super nice out by the military base, Little Falls. And we get paired up with this guy, and they're like two randoms. They're like, we're just gonna team you up. You're gonna be with Harry, and they just started laughing. Harry and oh man, what was the other guy's name? Harry and this other guy. They played league out there, and they just had a standing tee time that they always played, right? So Harry, we find out is an 85-year-old Harry. Harry is in all orange. He looks like what's his name on the tour that used to wear orange all the time? Dang it! What's his name?
Ricky Fowler.
Yes, looked like Ricky Fowler at 85. And they just started laughing. We're like, oh, what are we in for? What are we in for a treat? So we went out there and talked to him. He's like the local guy that knows everything about the course. We tee off, and the first hole is like a long par 4 up a hill, so it's a blind shot. And we get to the top of the hill, and this is our introduction to him. We get to the middle of the fairway to hit our shot, and the next group behind us thinks that they should be teeing off. They tee off into us. He gets their ball, hits it back at him, drives his cart back, starts laying into him, like just common sense. Like he was just yelling at him. Oh my gosh! And we're like, all right, well, I think we're gonna be okay today. Well, so at the end of it, we're like, hey, we're gonna be going into town, and we're gonna be having dinner and hanging out. It's a Friday night. And you guys want to come up here? We always go to this place called Sheps on 6th, and we're like, yeah, we have nothing going on. The ladies will come pick us up, and we have nothing else to do, and so we because it was up by Brainerd, Minnesota. Brainerd was like the lake areas where they had a bunch of shopping and stuff, and so we played golf, and at the end, they invited us to come. But this was like one of the weird days. He's like, well, you just tell the ladies to stay up inside Brainerd, and we'll just take you. We'll just take you into town. And we're like, I mean, that's cool. But we don't really know you. I mean, we played golf together, but I don't know. You can go take us out in the middle of the forest. But he says, show up at Sheps. If you guys have nothing to do, come up here, have a few drinks, have some dinner, or whatever. Just walk in the Sheps and tell them that you're going to meet Harry. And we're like, okay. So we show up to this little hole-in-the-wall Vikings bar, and it's got a little outdoor patio. And we walk in, and they're like, everybody's looking at us. And they do some kind of like lottery thing. It's like a total small town little bar, and they do this little lottery ticket thing, and they're like, oh, you guys aren't, they're like, you're not locals. Like, who are you? And we're like, well, we're waiting for Harry. And they're like, oh yeah, he comes in through the back door and he sits in the patio, so go out there. And literally this guy was like the celebrity. Everybody knew him. It was one of those nights that you just got to know somebody. And we hung out with them all night, and we ended up going to his house. Well, we drove to his house to get paintings. He was a painter, and he had his paintings of hunting dogs that were made in the stamps, but he had all the proof, like he had the original prints that he didn't know what to do with. And we're like, we'll buy them from you. And so we went to his house and bought these paintings, and his stuff was up in the golf course clubhouse. Like, it was a cool little moment.
Yeah.
I just remember when they said, you're going to golf with Harry today. We're like, oh, great. So, but we had a good time. That was a good trip. So if anybody needs anything, a recommendation to get away, Little Falls, Minnesota, right on the mighty Mississippi. So
Just call Harry.
Just literally go to Shep's and ask for Harry and tell him. Well, they have this thing called. They have this thing called. What is it called? Jeez. They call it the Elbow Club. It is like a world. They keep a track of people who've come in, and they give you a stamp. You have to pay for the club, which I think is their way to be able to host events and stuff. And so they give you a stamp on your elbow, and so you have to have a member. You have to have like a member initiate you. So Harry initiated us. Elbows, get a stamp on your elbow. They give you a card to tell you which member you are of the Elbow Club, and they write you down in this little notebook. And they're like, look at where all these people are from. There's people from all over the world.
Wow.
And it's a cool little thing. Then they do, like, every year they do like a ceremony. Like, who's the king of the Elbow Club? And they do like a little parade and everything. It's crazy. So, like, we go to that, and so we're in this Elbow Club. So shout out to Sheps on 6, the Elbow Club, secret club. That's now everybody knows about it. But so yeah, Little Falls, Minnesota, really fun
Cool.
time. We do nothing about the area. We just went and just had fun.
Those are some of the funner, most fun things to do. Excuse me.
So yeah.
Well, cool. Let's jump into this day in history.
Yes. What do you have for us?
I got a couple things for you. A couple from just history and a couple sports history. Major events. In 1944, the Battle of the Bulge took place on this day. It was Germany's last major offensive on the Western Front. So that happened. Adolf Hitler in 1938 was in history. We won't mention him. Even though we just did. But last week we talked about a president. There was another presidential situation on this day in history in 1973. The U.S. Senate confirmed a vice president. So this would have been still when they had two different elections. Do you have any idea who this person would have been?
In 1973?
1973 as vice president. The U.S. Senate confirmed him as vice president. He later became president.
I don't have a fun song to know all the presidents. Like I was trying to think of like all the United States songs.
Well, 73 wasn't that long ago, but it's Gerald Ford. Was confirmed as the
Ford
vice
before
president.
Reagan, right? No, I don't know. Was it Ford before Reagan?
I don't know.
Tomatoes.
Yes, he was way before Reagan.
Well, yeah, but
all right, sports history. I don't know why it's not giving me today's date. Maybe nothing happened on today's date, but
this weekend, 1973.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take your thing. You said 1973, and I had something pulled up, but O.J. Simpson broke the rushing record. And did you have that down? Did I steal it from you?
No, I wasn't going to use that one. I have a different running back.
Go ahead with your running back.
In 1965, Dale Sayers scored 6 touchdowns in a single game for the Chicago Bears. 1965. Okay. But a couple other things sports related that can segue us into our picks here. 1997, the San Francisco 49ers retired Joe Montana's jersey.
Joe Montana?
You're going to get this one. What was the jersey number that they retired?
The 49ers?
49ers.
1-6.
1-6.
1-6.
Another Southern California reference, 2002, since we just had the Heisman Trophy winner announced this weekend. In 2002, who won on this day in history? Who won the Heisman Trophy in 2002?
2002?
Yeah. Southern California.
Whoa.
I just gave you the team.
Yeah, I know. Would have been Reggie Bush.
No.
Or Matt Leinart.
No.
No. Hang on a second. Carson
Palmer.
I forgot.
Carson Palmer won it. Yep.
Good old Carson. I almost went with a different USC quarterback, but we're not going to talk about him because he's not worth it. Anyways, we'll move on.
Okay.
Well, speaking of sports history too, we were talking about Minnesota earlier, but I think we're close to the anniversary. I don't know if it's the exact date, but this is the anniversary of when the Metrodome roof collapsed from all
Oh,
the
really?
snow. Yeah, yeah, which deflated their inflatable football stadium.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter.
So speaking of inflatable domes, um, that's funny because there was like this sports club, like this workout facility gym place in Pueblo, and they had in the wintertime they put an inflatable dome over the swimming pool,
Okay,
the outdoor pool. So they had this huge dome. Well, you could actually get outside of the dome and you could actually run on top of the dome and run clear across the dome.
really?
You weren't supposed to,
I was
but
gonna say that doesn't seem safe.
no, but it was quite interesting. You'd be swimming and all of a sudden you'd see somebody running across the dome. So, but that was interesting. But anyway, yeah, moving right along. We're gonna have to get into our picks because
Yeah, we got you. So, the NBA Cup happened.
yeah, how'd we do?
Super excited. Let's see here. You went 3-1, and I
Thank you,
went
Nate.
and I went one and I went 1-3. Yeah. I mean, the Thunders just destroyed the Suns. It was disgusting. Lakers lost because they didn't want to play on their NBA Cup court, but whatever. Been sitting on that one for a while. So the NBA Cup, those quarterfinals are over. So yeah, you had the Magic win, you had the Knicks win, Thunder and Spurs. We neither of us picked the same teams on any of those. So
Nope, we were all opposite.
yeah.
So
And then we had rando picks last week.
yeah, how'd
Um,
those go?
well, we both got the Blues right. Commanders and the Giants. You got the Commanders right. I picked the Giants. We both did horrible picking the Cowboys winning because that didn't happen. Go figure. Go figure. It's Minnesota week on the podcast. Minnesota won. Um, what else can we talk about in Minnesota? The soccer match, is it Barcelona? No.
Barcelona, yeah.
Barcelona, they won. Army Navy. Navy won. We both picked
Navy won. It was closer than it should have
closer.
been, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the last pick was Bulls versus Hornets, and Bulls pulled that out. Your favorite
Yeah.
tein.
So I'm
But
cruising. I'm cruising right now.
Grandmama didn't do anything for me this
Um,
week.
Grandmama was in a rocking chair.
In her rocking chair. So yeah. This week we're headed into the playoffs. Playoffs.
Playoffs.
For the college football playoffs. What
Well,
opinions do you have about the college football playoff? Do you feel that we got the right teams in?
okay. We do. Let me say it this way: we did not get the top 12 teams in the playoffs
And that's because,
because of the rules.
okay. But what
But
team got left out?
well, if you're going to pick the top 12 teams, then yeah, I mean the teams that were snubbed, I would replace James Madison and Tulane with Notre Dame, and I would probably personally I would probably oh man I would probably put
A tough one.
just from notoriety's sake I would probably put Texas in there.
Okay.
So,
You're an
but
SEC honk or SEC honk there.
I
Jeez.
would either put Texas or I would put Vanderbilt in there.
Okay, another
So
SEC school.
with Notre Dame. So, but according to the rules, I think we got the right bracket. I have no problem with the bracket. I do have a
Yeah.
problem with the seeds because of the repeat games. I think that's stupid.
Yeah. I
But
mean, because technically Ohio State and Indiana could face each other in a championship game if it all plays out,
well, but
right?
that's different once you get to that point. But
Oh,
I
but
mean,
you're
first
talking about
first round repeat games are just
like
come on.
Alabama and old.
You
Oh,
could
what?
you could fix that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but anyway, I do think that with the way the rules are, and the rules will change, and that's why it'll be different, and it'll continue to be changing. So that'll be fine. But yeah, it'll be a good tournament.
Let's hope so. It'll be fun to watch some games and
Are we doing spreads or are we doing just straight pick 'em?
we can do spreads.
Okay.
Spreads are out because games are this weekend.
All
So
right.
the first game Friday night, Alabama versus Oklahoma.
What's the line?
The line is 1.5. Bama,
So it's a pick 'em game.
pretty much.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Oklahoma in a barn burner, 11-8.
You're picking 11-8. If they win 11-8, I'm sharing your photo of you wearing your Oklahoma stuff. Yeah. I know Oklahoma's got a really good defense. And Bama, house money. I think
Yep.
they're barely hanging on.
This game's a repeat, and Oklahoma beat them earlier.
Yeah, I think with this playing, because I think they get to play at Oklahoma, so that's beneficial to them. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't like picking the same, but I
Boomer
like it.
sooner, boomer sooner, boomer sooner, boomer sooner.
Stop. All
That's
right,
all I know.
so the next one is Miami. Miami. We talked about
Miami.
Miami. We talked about both of these names tonight. Miami versus Texas A&M.
I.
Yeah,
You want me to go first again?
yeah.
What's the line? What's the line?
3.5 A&M at home.
Oh, take Miami. Miami's going to do it. Miami's got something to prove. Cristobal's going to have his team ready to go. The Convicts are going to win a game, and A&M's going to lose two in a row and be done.
So are we saying A&M's the Catholics in this case? Catholics versus
Well,
convicts?
they are a military school, but no, just
No.
go Canes,
Gonna go Canes, huh?
go Canes.
I'm gonna go A&M. I
Okay,
don't like to.
now who's the SEC honker?
Yeah. I don't like to. They're gonna win 11-8.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up
no,
11-8.
I think
So
this
they
one's
don't
going to
cover
be.
this. They don't cover the spread. Actually, I'm gonna change that. They're gonna win 12-8.
12-8.
Yep.
I
So
think
they
this
cover
one's going to be. I don't know what. Do you have the lines in front of you? Like, what's the over under on this one?
50.5.
Oh, it's going over. It's going over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this one's going to
And
be a blowout, or not a
y-
blowout. I think it's going to be a shootout.
yeah. Well, I can see that. All right. Well, next up is the mighty Green Wave of Tulane versus Old Miss. Um,
Not to be confused with Old Miss,
Not to be confused with Elder Miss.
Elder Miss.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna pick right away. I mean, Ole Miss is gonna win. The talent's there, obviously. I don't care if they don't
What's
have their
this
head
line?
coach.
Because this is a repeat game,
Yeah,
and
17.5.
Ole Miss beat them like 44-10 last time. 35-point win last time.
Is that what it was? For
It was
sure.
45-10, I believe. Yeah.
45-10. Look at you.
Yeah.
Good work. So you're
Double
picking
G.
Tulane to win, huh?
No, I'm going to pick Ole Miss, but let me get on my soapbox here for a minute
Okay.
because I agree with Rick Pitino here. Okay, I don't know if you heard Rick Pitino's comments about the college football playoff, and all of the stuff with college football, but the reality of it is that college football, the schedule is broken. And it's Rick Pitino said, I'm going to take my team to March Madness. We're going to get into the tournament. And then you're telling me I'm just going to leave for another school before we even play the tournament? That's ridiculous. This schedule is broken. The transfer portal schedule is broken. It's all broken. Lane Kiffin should be allowed to coach these games. I understand why he's not, and he can't, but
Well, he asked to, and the
he
whole
did.
thing the whole thing is that he tried to do what's best. He even got his next contract to have it written in that he could have, if Old Miss is winning in his new contract, he gets money. so so yeah, with all that being said, I think the whole timing of everything, of all these things for the transfer portal, uh, declaring you're going to make it in the transfer portal, which is a hot topic right now for quarterbacks. Yeah, it whatever.
Yeah.
It's broken. It needs to be changed. It needs to how they do it. I think the best solution I saw about the playoffs is you get a 10-team divisions all the way across, and then you'd use one conference. So like the James Madisons and Tulanes and stuff would be in a conference. You use it like European soccer where it's regulate. You can come in and out of that area,
Yeah.
and to get a chance to win. I think that would be kind of cool.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, and I think that's true. So yeah, I'm picking Ole Miss to win because they're primed to win at least this round. I think with their coordinators were allowed to stay, so that's good to coach in this tournament. So Ole Miss by a big one.
Ole Miss by a big one. All right, last one to pick. 21.5-point favorites. Nearby. Maybe you'll go to the game. Maybe you'll find some tickets.
No.
It's just Oregon and James Madison. I bet you can get cheap tickets.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the point spread?
21.5. But it's only 47.5 total.
Yeah, I think that's too many points. I think, boy, I'm going to take James Madison in the points.
You're going to take JM points, huh?
I think Oregon wins, but I think they win 24-17 or something.
24 to 10 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they cover 3 touchdowns. That's
yeah, I
because
think
I think they're going to be looking ahead a little bit.
Yeah, I don't even know the whole breakdown of like who they would even get next. The 5 would get the 4 seed.
Yeah,
maybe?
they would get the 4 seed.
So they would get Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, yeah.
Yeah. So that would be.
So yeah, I'm going to take JMU with the points.
All right. Sounds good. Well,
Go
picks
Beavers.
are in. Go Beavers. Yeah, they finally got a coach, so maybe they'll do something.
And he came in on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, his press conference, he's yelling and screaming already.
Like Kirk Cigaretti did in Indiana, pretty much said everybody sucked, and then he proved it. So whatever. But what do you think about his Indiana quarterback winning the Heisman?
The best take I heard was I listened to a bunch of podcasts now on sports stuff since I have a 2-hour drive every day now, and I think the really cool thing, because I haven't followed him much, but just his response to everything, his comparison was to Johnny Manziel, and I thought, okay, I could see that. I mean, good for him. I mean, you just won the Heisman. Is he going to be the number 1 pick in the NFL? Maybe because it's the Giants or the Raiders. I don't know, but I don't think he's. That's the problem with the difference between college and pro. I mean, we have a grandpa playing quarterback in the NFL, and guys like this guy, or guys that are the top quarterback at a Division I school, can't make a roster in the NFL. You got to be kidding me.
Just look at the backup. I mean, Philip Rivers comes in and 1 week takes a spot from a guy who just played college football last year.
Exactly.
And
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think he's hurt, and they just really haven't said it. But
Well, but still, I mean,
actually, Philip Rivers just came back to get the health insurance because his health insurance was as a retiree. He gets it for 5 years. It was coming up that he was going to lose his health insurance this week.
Well,
So
he was up for the Hall of Fame. So now he resets his Hall of Fame clock.
yeah, but now he gets health insurance for his 12,000 kids and grant and
I understand.
yeah.
I understand that, but there's a question for you. Put yourself in those shoes. If you have a chance to be in the Hall of Fame or the chance to play one more game, what are you doing?
Well, health, because NFL quarterbacks don't make very much good, they don't make good money. I would have to come back for the health insurance.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna make you choke up again. You have to mute yourself, you screaming or coughing so much. No, I mean, at some point when you're, especially quarterback at that age, I mean, I think at that point you just ride off in the sunset. But these are two guys who play video games and not the real thing.
Well, and I think
I know how I feel in the morning now as I get older. I can't imagine what I'd feel like if I didn't get hit for a while and then started getting hit.
And you didn't get hit by a truck for 20 times a game. Yeah, it's hard for us to say. I think the competitor in us says go play one more game because we still like I know I can't now that I've watched my son play at the high level here in Oregon, but I'm just like, if you had one chance to play, I get why he did it, but he's not a sure ballot Hall of Famer either. He just starts his clock over, which again, like you said, he doesn't care. He's coaching his kid's high school team. He's playing with grandkids. The insurance is going to be helpful. The paycheck's going to be helpful. I mean, good for him.
Is it Phil Rivers that has a son and his grandkid will be in the same class? Or is I making that up?
I don't think that's the case.
You don't think so?
I don't think he's that old, but I could be
Doesn't
wrong.
he have like 8 kids?
Oh, I think it's like 17 kids. That's why he wears number 17.
Is that why?
No, I don't know.
Because I think he was wearing that before.
If anybody can hear Justin's type it in to find out.
I am typing. Because I thought I read that his, or maybe it's somebody else, that their youngest child, and I don't even know how many, he's got 10 kids.
10 kids.
10 kids.
But he is a grandpa.
He is a grandpa.
Yeah.
And his kids range, I'm not even finding it fast enough. But yeah, I thought I read that his kids were, his grandkid and his youngest kid were not too far from each other age-wise.
Yeah, could be.
Because he's got a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
But his youngest is 2.
Okay. So yeah, it could be.
Anyways.
Yep.
To each their own.
To each their own.
All right, man.
Well, what do you got going on this week?
This week is Christmas at the in-laws. Weekend away. So yeah, just going out to Kearney and Friday night and celebrating Christmas. Seeing Kevin and his wife over Thanksgiving had their 3rd kid, so we get to see a new nephew finally. So
Nice.
they celebrate Christmas at the same time. And yeah, other than that, just take it in Christmas. So
Cool.
What about you?
There's a basketball game. My kids will be back in town this weekend, and getting ready for Christmas. We're doing a little bit of an experience. We're not going on a cruise, but taking our kids to a Blazers game on the day after Christmas, and um, one of Heidi's former coworkers is singing the national anthem. So
Oh, that's cool.
that'll be cool to go see her and take the kids and have a good time at the Blazers game. But this weekend, just kind of relaxing and seeing what's out there.
Yeah, it's upon us, and then we're gonna head into next week with our final show
Yep.
for the holidays.
For the year.
For the year, the holidays. Yeah, we'll come back next year. We'll make that joke, right? How many
Yep.
times can we make that joke?
7.
7.
Under 7.
We could probably, yeah, we'll put it at 7, 7.5. But yeah, next week you guys get a break from us for a little bit,
and you might have a surprise guest for us.
We might have a surprise guest. I am trying.
Okay. If tell me about this guest.
He or she is listening, let's figure out your schedule. They also said they have family obligations.
Bring them on. We all have family obligations.
Well, that's what I said. So, but we're going to do what we can. If not, we'll have a fun holiday. Maybe I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll do a call-in show. Do we know how to do that yet?
Yeah, we could do that.
But anyways, I think we'll try to figure out something. Maybe we'll have something fun. Maybe we'll get some clips of our favorite movies that we talked about this week, some audio clips, and play those and get copyrighted. So, we can have people care about our podcast. So
get canceled for the last episode of the year.
Yeah, they'll copyright us. We'll have to pay money for money that we don't earn. So, anyways, all right, man. Well, thanks again.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be with you. And for those of you listening, thanks for listening in. Check us out on our link tree and connect with us. Let us know what kind of content you want for next season. And we're very thankful for you this Christmas season. So have a great week and a great weekend. Watch some football. Hug somebody you love. Keep looking up. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See ya.